In this video, we are going to cover why you should buy SMCI, how long you should hold, and how much you should allocate. First, keep in mind we are here to help you, whether you lost your job, whether you're doing great and need to improve your quality of life, or if you have some debts and you try to get and earn financial freedom. Some people have amazing results, especially those who use leverage and options. They earn much more than some people make on an annual year. And my results, my personal results are great as well, and I will cover them in some other videos. In the app, we send you signals. We tell you what to buy, and we give you options to buy options. So if you look at Sound, for instance, or Palantir, they both took over 100% within a month. Sound paid times 15. It's kind of amazing. You won't find that anywhere else. We tell you what to buy, which are these signals, how long you should hold, and how much you should allocate to the position. We also give you indications on what kind of options you can buy. Now, some people have amazing results, and that's the goal. We want you to do like Ben and wake up on Monday with plus 2,000% on SMCI. Why now is a good time? SMCI has been sent recently again. We will cover the history, but basically it's a new signal. And recently there was a news that cleared the management and the audit and said that all the reportings that SMCI did are correct. If you search on the feed for SMCI, you will find the history of what has been told. If you look at how it started, basically there has been a big drop because of allegations of fraud. Then this kept going on with EY resigning as an auditor. And more recently, the charges were relieved from the Department of Justice. And there has been some post in the app, but I also posted it on LinkedIn, where I basically mentioned that this has happened already in the past for SMCI. It actually got delisted and then relisted. Some private equity funds have been buying because they don't mind if it's not public anymore, it's like their field, and they believe in the company, so it means there is upside. After this was posted, we traded it, we sent a signal, and I posted my option play as well, my option play. And it went up. I put only 10K, which is not a lot, 12K I put, and I made like 50K out of them. So it's like a pretty good yield. I did that in less than a week, and a lot of people did that in the app as well. Now, what happened since then? We sent another signal after this happened. The review, there has been a new review, and the outcome was everything is fine. The reportings are correct. We bought even more. I rolled my options, my 50K. I bought more options. We sent the signal, and you can see it in the signals tab in my admin plays. So it's not only in the stock buy signals. And the results have been amazing within a week. So this keeps going up. Some people have made 1,000% already. Now, the fresh news, SMCI got relisted in the Nasdaq. It's kind of amazing. You see where we're heading, basically. The company financials are now correct, and we're going to price it after. The news is amazing because people have bought twice. We send the signal again. It keeps going up. Tomorrow, people are going to wake up. This is going to go up, my options. Some people are going to make money, a lot of money. Some people are going to wake up with plus 2,000%. Others have been cost averaging, are going to see the whole portfolio keep going up. And overall, this is not the first time it's happening. I showed you Palantir, Sound. A lot of stocks have been successful, even though some have been misses. Over the midterm to long term, they rallied as well. So I want you to trust us. I'm not telling you go put on debt to make money, but if you are spending your money not very wisely, you probably better come with us, and then I will explain you how much you should allocate within each trade and everything. Let's keep going on. So first, let's look at the price target, the valuation. If you buy now, what are you aiming for? In the app, you can simply search for SMCI. That's what I did here. And then you can compare with its competitors. So here we are going to look at the biggest competitor, NVIDIA. If you look at the change in earnings against the change in price, you see that SMCI is undervalued. It's obvious. In blue, you see SMCI. The top chart is the price, and below is the earning per share. And compare it with NVIDIA. The levels now are almost the same. The growth is kind of similar. I mean, here you see that SMCI has at least ×2 upside. Let's go on. Feel free to share with your friends if they don't believe in it, and ask them to challenge, just so that we see, and leave in comment why they wouldn't buy it. It's always interesting to get some critiques. Anyways, in the app, you can also compare it with all the peers. Here, when you click on peers, you see this tab. By default, it's compare change. Here you see the change of earnings per share, against the change in stock price. SMCI is the blue circle. And the size of the circle is how big is the company. So the top right circle, which is the biggest one, has also a crazy growth in EPS and in price. And this one is NVIDIA. Now, if you look at it, you see that both NVIDIA and SMCI are undervalued with respect to the competitors. NVIDIA is bigger, and that's the size. So of course there is less growth priced in. NVIDIA is cheap too, so actually I still keep on reiterating you should buy it for the long run. But here let's look at the score instead. And here we're going to compare the market valuation against the PE. The PE is the price to earnings ratio. It's basically how expensive is your stock. SMCI is in the bottom, it's one of the cheapest right now. Why? Because initially we thought there was fraud in reportings, but now everyone confirmed the numbers are correct. So it's been undervalued. Now, if you look at the most expensive one, it's ARM. Why ARM? Well, ARM had the IPO with SoftBank. From the start, it's been overvalued. Like SoftBank, they are known for hyping other stocks. And I'm not going to cover this for now, but we can talk about it later. And I mentioned it on the website when I talked last year about why you should buy NVIDIA. Since then, it took plus 200%, so I really recommend you read it. So removing the high PE companies, we see SMCI is here. So this is not accurate because since last week it went to 25, but basically the idea is that here we're looking for a PE around 35 to 45, which is much lower than ARM and a lot of the competitors, and much lower than NVIDIA as well. NVIDIA now is around 65 PE. So how long you should hold? Well, we said the PE should be around 35 to 45, and the current PE is 25. So there is like at least 70% upside on SMCI. Like if you don't own it, I'm going to talk about it. Hold at least 1 month. Why? Because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know. I'm pretty sure it's going to go up, and you will see. But you don't know what's going to happen in a week. If you're not planning on holding for at least 1 month, you're just going to go mental. You're not going to sleep well. You're going to track every day, and you're going to miss on the long run opportunity. So keep in mind, the long run is always safer. If you don't hold 1 month, if not 1 year, so yeah, try to hold a long time. And I will show you what I did. Track the short interest. If the short interest reaches 5 days to cover, you might want to start selling just in case, because it means a lot of hedge funds or people are trying to short the stock. And when you have people against you, it doesn't feel safe, you know. Anyways, in the app, you can look at the short interest. You can also look at the predictions. But this will cover it later. For now, let's just go on with SMCI. I'm listening to music actually. Let's put a nice music I like. All right. So let's go on. Now here you can see my other brokers. So I have like a lot of brokers, and I recommend you use a bunch of brokers because after you saw what happened with FTX for cryptocurrencies, you never know. Like it's always good to put your money a bit everywhere. So here you can see, all right, I bought even more SMCI with another broker. So I'm actually pretty loaded now, and it's my biggest position with the other one. But with my main broker, my biggest position is NVIDIA, and everything else is like much smaller. And so how long you should hold? Over time, you can start selling slow here. So here you see Meta. I sold slowly over time. I'm still holding it. Like it's okay to sell 5%, boom, boom, maybe, and you hold on to some upside. So you cost average out slowly and you hold on to the upside. How much you should allocate? I'm going to cover it after, but first, a random tip, cost average over time. So here you see the timing was amazing for Salesforce, okay? I timed it perfectly. And I will show you how to time it also. There are a lot of ways, and you can do it in the app. But let's also look at this. Netflix, I was miserable. I bought a dip, and look, it did like minus 70% after I bought it. And then I timed it again, and I bought even more. So you can always cost average. If tomorrow it goes down, don't put all your money now, because it might keep going down for a week, you never know. What you know is that over the long run, look, I was so profitable, I made almost 200%. So don't panic. Don't just panic sell. Hold on with your view. Hold on with your PE, with what I explained. Hold on with the fact that the EPS should go up. Hold on with the good news, and trust the process. And I'm going to cover how you can trust it. So how much you should allocate? First, let's just remember that when you're going to tell your friends or your family, mostly a lot of them are going to make fun of you. I know it, all right? You will see, because I've had this. Even when I hold NVIDIA, people tell me why I don't sell. When I told people I didn't sell, some can't even believe that I keep holding. Anyways, let's go on. First, I want to tell you, and this is going to be a bit funny, how I turned 1 cent into 1 million at 6 years old. And I think this is like an interesting story. I like to make this analogy, but you tell me maybe it's boring. And I don't think your friends and family want to buy Pokémon cards. And it actually can relate to SMCI, why would you buy something like that? So I was given one card when I was small. When I was 6 years old, my parents, they didn't want to buy me Pokémon cards because they had no values in it, and I was not born rich or anything. And if they didn't find value in something, they would tell me, no, just study, work, and that's it. Anyway, so me, I liked it. I kept trading it for value with other kids for 5 years with passion and love, and I'm sure everyone here who is over 35 loves Pokémon, at least the first edition, it didn't even have a Game Boy, it was the only way we could play it. So yeah, I love these cards. And today I have over thousands of cards. I didn't put a single cent in it, and they are worth over $1 million. And actually, when I made these slides, I was crying because it's also worth my childhood, So I don't want to sell them. Anyways, and so in this video, so that's the point. The point is that no one is going to believe in it. So in the end, it's your choice whether you want to buy it or not, SMCI. You make up your mind, and you hold as long as you want. We are here to help you. We are here to guide you, give you tips. But in the end, it's your wins, your losses. We don't take commissions out of your trades. I have no interest in telling you trade every day. I have interest in telling you trade smart and hold. I don't care if you overtrade or not. I'm not a broker. Now I'm giving you one card. This card, it's an app. Your friends are probably not going to believe in it. And if they don't believe, you can tell them what's next, what's going to come now. And this is what I tell people often, people who start and have no idea what they're doing. So before that, I also want you to look at how we predicted NVIDIA and understand how this works. I want you to understand how this EPS works, what is PE. These are very easy concepts that go way beyond the news and what's happening. But everything has to be considered when you make a decision. And so you can find the blog and the app on the website. Read about how last year I wrote why you should buy NVIDIA. We made the video on Instagram, and it took plus 200%, so it was a good trade for whoever bought it. And I think a lot of people actually got the app after that, so yeah, it's great. And it's a great study case that shows you also how to use the app. Some of the basic things. Obviously, some things are more complicated, but you don't need everything to start. You just need what to buy, when to sell, how much you should buy, and that's it. Now, tell your friend, if your friend spends $2,000 on rent, $200 on SMCI is not going to hurt them. Trust me, 200 is nothing. It's basically going out for dinner or something. If you make 10,000 a month, you can afford to invest 1,000. It's not going to change your life. It's okay to start small. There is value in learning also. And of course, Ideally, you want to diversify. Do not go put all your saving on SMCI because I told you buy SMCI. I'm going to tell you buy a lot of stocks, right? This one, I'm making a proper video on it and I'm explaining why, but in the end, you have to diversify, all right? Because you never know what's going to happen. Don't go all in. You play the statistics. If you play the stats, you will win, okay? We play the statistics. It's more like poker where being patient and playing the stats can help. It's not casino where the stats are against you. Here, the stats are on your side. I currently have 5 times my annual salary from 4 years ago on SMCI, but you will see over time. Right now, it looks like, oh, this guy is doing too much, but actually, no, because you start small, your portfolio increases, your skills improve, your net worth goes up. So now, this year, I made much more than my annual salary as well, just from, look, like most of my portfolio is NVIDIA, just NVIDIA to plus 200%. Anyways, and then I have all my options plays. I showed you sound, etc. Of course, some go down, but overall, like it's so profitable. Anyways, build knowledge and experience. So even if you start small, at least you're learning something. And this, over the next 10 years, it will make a difference. So this was a quick video. It took me a lot of time to make the slides because I didn't even know how to present it. And I will try to make, I don't even have battery on my Mac anymore. I will try to make something nicer next time. Feel free to like, just for motivation or inspiration. I'm always happy to see some people react. It's already 15 minutes. I wanted to make it shorter, but I had a lot of things to cover. Ask your questions in the comments. If people disagree on some things I said, please feel free to write them as well. Like, I'm not here to tell you I'm right. Like, of course, sometimes I'm wrong, and it's okay. Like, no one can predict 100% all the time and always be right. But you can try to be right most of the times, and you can try to have some wins that take over all your losses. And this is amazing. And here, I explained you why it should go up. So now make up your mind. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. I will try to cover much more stocks. I have like so much I could talk about. I could spend like days talking about them. And I think maybe one day I will just stream and record the streams, so it will be easier. And make it a bit more interactive, because when I'm alone in front of my screen, it doesn't feel natural, it doesn't feel fun. I'm forcing myself to stay motivated by listening to music with my iPad, and I'm recording with the phone and with the Mac, so I'm like doing 3 things at the same time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm going to go in the app, see what people asked, and try to help a bit. And yeah, I think it's fun, so I hope you enjoy it as well. At least making money is fun, and sometimes it's hard because you lose in the process. And making it social is more interesting, because if you enjoy it, you can keep going on, and you understand from others what are the right things to do, what are the mistakes people make, and it helps you improve. When you do it alone, you don't sleep well, you panic sell, you panic sell whether it goes down or up, because sometimes when it goes up, you want to sell, you just want to take your profits. Who is going to hold 10 years for Pokémon cards? Me, I held them like 30 years. I swear. Anyways, I always bring it with my parents when they tell me, oh, you should do that or something, or with like, I don't even, my friends, they know because they saw NVIDIA and everything, but all right, I'm just talking about my life now. It's not even about SMCI anymore, but yeah, all right. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll speak with you soon.